Hey guys, welcome in to the Outspoken Sportscast here, brought to you by the Outspoken Network. Guys, I am grateful to be on here, and I had to get on here and talk about the Dallas Cowboys. All right, the Dallas Cowboys have been in the news lately as training camp has started, and you got all these question marks with Dak Prescott and contracts and CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons and Jerry Jones lying to you again, talking about going all in. That I had to get on here and talk about it. All right. I hope your weekend has been going. Let's say weekend. I think it's Saturday. It's actually Friday. Hope your week's going great. I had some time off yesterday and today. I went to the Morgan Wallen last night and Jelly Roll concert. Fantastic show. Loved it. It was a fantastic time. But I digress. I'm here to talk about this right here. Okay. Dak's harsh comments to the Dallas Cowboys fans. Were they harsh? Do you agree with them? Do you not agree with them? I can agree with a part of it. Okay. Dak, when asked what he says to Cowboy fans who are still frustrated about how last season ended, and if you don't remember, last season ended with the Green Bay Packers, my team, murdering the Dallas Cowboys on live TV. It's fantastic. But he says, and I quote, "Be fans or don't be fans." Okay. If you're a fan, you're going to turn the page as we do. You're going to move forward, understanding that you have better ahead of you. Sorry, obviously, but it hurt us more than it did them. Obviously, it's on us to get back and do better. But yeah, move on. End quote. Those are pretty bold words for the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Very bold words. Move on. And I agree with you, Dak. A lot of Cowboy fans can't move on. They can't let it go. I texted my buddy Ryan Sims. Hey, do as your quarterback said and move on. You're still over the whole Dez Bryant dropped the pass. You're still on that. Get over it. Move on, as Dak Prescott was to say. It's pretty interesting because, he tells you, obviously, it meant more to us than it did you. Obviously. Fan is short from fanatic, right? And a lot of people bleed and die with their team, especially if you live in Dallas. I live in Fort Worth most of my life, 99% of it. I grew up with Dallas Cowboy fans, and a lot of them are diehard. And I will give you this, Dallas Cowboy fans. I'm not a Dallas Cowboy fan, but I will give you this. You guys are loyal to a fault, okay? I cannot take that away from you. You're one of the most loyal fan bases in the NFL because your team desperately lets you down every year, and then you come back thinking that your season next year, and you do it over and over and over and over again. So you do have that going for you. But Dak just says, move on, get over it. New season. Now, of course, we all got to do that with our teams, and if you're not the Chiefs from last year, then we got to move forward. We got to move on, as Dak Prescott would say. But it's pretty bold and harsh words coming from a team that is been not good. I mean, they've been good, but they don't live up to expectations, right? They haven't lived up to expectations in a really, 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 really long time. And the expectations they've built upon themselves from winning so much in the 90s. The expectations of the Lakers, the Yankees, the big market guys put on themselves every year to win or lose, or win the Super Bowl, win your championship, or it's a bust. I don't technically agree with that way of thinking, but you got a lot of question marks going into this season for Dallas Cowboys. A lot of question marks. and a lot of that has to do with contracts. Dak Prescott being one of them. He's not paid. He has the Cowboys bent over the table. He has a no trade clause. They let it get to this point. And as far as Jerry Jones, smart businessman, smart at marketing, all that stuff, they always lose out. And it's more of his son has more control of the contracts. I understand that. The Cowboys always get themselves in a situation where they try and play hardball, and then at the very end, they give in to whoever wants the contract. They're going to give in to Dak. They're going to give in to um, CeeDee Lamb, maybe Micah Parsons. I don't know if they're going to pay all three. Who do you get rid of? I think they'd be dumb to let Dak Prescott go into free agency, because if he hits free agency and they don't get a deal done this before the season starts, you're going to have to pay him more to keep him here. Because when he goes to test the open market, there's teams that are going to overpay him. So the Cowboys, if they really, really, really want him, they're going to have to overpay what they're wanting to if they just got the deal done earlier. They should have paid CeeDee Lamb last season. Here we are. He's holding out. He deserves more money. He's earned it. Now, he has definitely earned it. He has proved himself to be a number one wide receiver. Really good wide receiver. Pay him. Jerry Jones says they're all in, which is laughable. Again, I mean, I laughed at it a while back, and I'm going to laugh at it again, because all in is not something you say, Jerry, and it just happens. All in is something you prove. Something you prove by going out and doing something different, right? The Dallas Cowboys have they've been 12-5 the last 2 or 3 years. That's a great regular season record. Kudos. That's cool. That's awesome. But when it comes to the playoffs, you can't get over the hump. But nothing's changed. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, okay? That's the definition. And the Dallas Cowboys this year have not done anything. Jerry Jones says they're going to be all in. They have not done anything. They brought back their old washed-up running back who averages 3 yards a carry. Their running game is going to be terrible this year. You put a lot more pressure on your quarterback this season. A lot more pressure on his shoulders to be doing it all. Can Dak handle that? Is Dak the guy to get you to the Super Bowl? I don't think he is the guy. He's a top 10 quarterback. I don't think he's a guy that's going to lead you to the Super Bowl because he needs a lot more help than you're going to give him. The Dallas Cowboys this year, in my opinion, are going to miss the playoffs. I don't think they're going to. I think the Philadelphia Eagles probably win their division, and I think Cowboys miss the playoffs. And this is, and you can mark it down here first if you want. I believe Coach McCarthy is fired after this season, which I know is not no hot take because a lot of people probably already believe that. But you got your back. You got your head coach for next season already waiting, and that's Zimmerman. Mark it down here. Mark it down here first. I can see the writing on the wall. Coach McCarthy's out as he's not lived up to expectations because they brought him in to. They didn't bring him in to win 12 games every year. They brought him in to get over the hump in the playoffs, and he has yet to do so. Bottom line, the Cowboys have to have a really good year. They have to get over that hump this year in the playoffs, or McCarthy will be fired. And Zimmerman, who's already on your staff, will be your head coach next year. And I believe that's one of the reasons he brought Zimmerman in. And that's the best pickup you've had all of the offseason is Zimmerman. I think he's a good defensive coach, good defensive mind. That was a good pickup. But Jerry Jones has never let his coaches actually come in with the guys he wants. McCarthy didn't want Zimmerman as a defensive coordinator. He wanted his defensive coordinator friend that went on with Dan Quinn to Washington. So I think that is, if you're going to go down the ship, you're going to be a lame duck coach with no contract extension. Don't really know what's going to go on next year. But you're not allowing me to have my people. You're not allowing me to go down on the ship with the way I want, at least to see if I can maybe turn this away with my coaching staff. that's a problem. I have a problem with that, and so Coach McCarthy. And I think there's some. I mean, there's been rumors that Coach McCarthy is getting tired of Jerry Jones, and I'm not saying all rumors are true, but I believe there's something there with that. So Dallas Cowboy fans, who do you want to pay? I don't think you're going to pay all three. My buddy Ryan says he believes they pay Dak and Lamb, and they let they let Parsons go. I could see that happening. Parsons is really good. Don't get me wrong, but there's games he disappears in. At the end of the season, he's tired, which is not an excuse. The same excuse that Lawrence used. Oh, we're just tired. Everyone's tired. That's not an excuse. But Micah Parsons there causes a little bit of controversy, has his podcast, button heads of teammates, didn't show up to the non-mandatory workouts. He's there for the training going on right now. But do they move on from Micah Parsons? Micah Parsons came out and said he wants to be one of the highest paid non-quarterbacks in the league. How are you going to pay that and make CeeDee Lamb one of the highest wide receivers and pay Dak Prescott to be the highest paid quarterback? Because I think Dak Prescott's waiting until Jordan Love gets his contract in Green Bay. Tua Tagovailoa also as well in Miami. I think Dak wants higher than them. And it's the next man up. That's the problem with this. It's not how good are you? What have you done? Show me that you deserve this amount of money. It's, hey, I'm the next guy up. Give me the highest pay type of thing. And look, put the Dallas Cowboys aside, Green Bay needs to pay Jordan Love and get on with it. He's holding in, not holding out, where he's there at practice, but he's not stepping on the field. And I don't blame him. And any Green Bay fan that's mad at him, you can go kick rocks. But pay him his money and get him on the field. Dallas Cowboys have made terrible business decisions and contract decisions to let all three of these players at the same time kind of be disgruntled about their pay. CeeDee Lamb, he's holding out, true holdout. He's going to get fined. We'll see if they end up paying him. Dak Prescott has him over a barrel. I'm not sure about Micah Parsons' contract, but he's not happy with his pay and wants more money. So I think they still got 1 or 2 more years of control on him. So it's just dumb. You pay early or you're going to end up paying more money. Dallas Cowboys, for Jerry and his son, not very good at negotiating contracts. They lose all of them. Do you believe that? Do you want Dak? I'm asking you, Cowboy fans. Do you want Dak Prescott to get paid? Do you want him to make $60 million? The contract, the rumors are 60 or 65, like between there. Do you want him, or is he worth it? If you're gonna say Dak for 56, I'll sign him up because that's the next man up is 56. Dak for 60 to 65, I don't think so. I think you move on from him. But to let him leave without getting something back for him, the Cowboys would be in trouble with that, definitely. So I think they get the deal done this year before next season. I don't think they let him go to free agency. Their philosophy is, hey, I got this pie. There's always so much of this pie that can go around, but that's not the players' care. That's not the players' problem. That's your problem to figure out. And at the end of the day, you would hope that your quarterback or your player or whoever it is would take a little bit of a cut, a little bit of a friendly deal to put the best team around him. But at the end of the day, that's not what happens. And they're only in this league for the NFL stands for not for long. So they've got to make the most money they can. And that's what they're going to do. Team friendly deals rarely happens. So does Dak deserve this contract? Who are you going to pay? CD, Parsons, Dak? Does Dak Prescott's comments offend you? Or what? I'm not really offended. I don't care if it offends you, but do you have a problem with what he said? Let me know. Let me know what you think in the comments. I had to get on here and talk about that. We have our show tomorrow night. Saturday night, we got our Sportscast show. We're going to break down the divisions and give you our division winners. We're going to have all the hosts on, me, Jeff, and Craig, and we're going to talk about the teams, and we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. So come on, follow us along. We're going to start at 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. The new platform here in Riverside is amazing, and we're on every streaming device, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. We're everywhere. And when you comment, we can see your comments. So if you want to be a part of the show, feel free to come in and comment and talk about whatever you like. Keep it friendly though. All right, guys. Hope you have a great Friday leading into your weekend. Hope you got great plans. Morgan Wallen concert last night was amazing. If you're going tonight, good luck. It was fantastic. God bless, and remember to keep it outspoken.